And she was, she had done something in her diaper, and I needed to change her diaper. And I was in the kitchen, and I don't know, anybody else has had this? Yeah, I had her on a counter, and I opened the diaper, and it was like, whoa!
Right.
It was heavy duty.
Yeah.
And I needed the wipes. And you see, the wipes
are far away.
were there. And she
What? Was Dua Lipa?
is here.
Oh, okay.
Well, she is now. And so she's there, the diaper's off, and the idea is, do I replay the diaper, lift her up to carry it, or am I,
Right.
And then there's that moment, that tiny little moment where you just, and it's a big wide count, and you're like, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah. That's a dangerous
So
moment.
what happened is, in that moment, I said, I need to invent a diaper that has a wiper built in to the diaper. And I invented Dipe and Wipe, diapers and wipers in one. And I patented it.
And can you buy this?
Right. But the thing with the physical controls, let me actually hit that a little bit. So it's like you and I aren't seeing it so much because we're like, oh, whatever. It's funny. It's NT. It's diapers. It's energy dominant, which is all very, very true.
Yeah.
But the math is telling us that if she is saved or any, and it's like you won't see it unless you're projecting accurately and looking for it.
Yeah.
That the savior NEs do freak out about control. It's like
Yes.
like our friends that like hate the sand between their toes and like.
Oh, I know.
It's like we'll laugh like, oh yeah, no, everybody hates it. Like no, like that's their thing. It's some type of like physical, because I'll get plenty annoyed at the diaper thing, right?
Yes.
But it's like, to me, it's a consistent, constant, random sensory chaos.
Yes.
It's not like, all right, I'm gonna focus and I gotta solve this. I was watching a client the other day that you haven't seen him yet, but so not give you too many hints, but he
have
was
no idea which
he
one
was
it is.
he was talking about like I have to hire somebody else to help me with my finances and my investing and my stuff like that. He understood everything, but he's like, getting the taxes and the paperwork and the investing, the physical control is where the demon SI/Savior NE gets really real.
You know what, next time I come here, I will seek you out.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
We're gonna make friends.
I hope I'm exactly like you as I get older. I hope I am exactly. We're an
Well,
incredible
thank you.
icon.
That's a
Don't you want
great
to be like me, you little bitch? Or like you.
Thank you, Jamie Lee Curtis. Drive now open everywhere.
You can't say that. What the hell? I thought you wanted to be like me. And she's a pregnant woman. You little bitch. What? What the fuck? Even for me, that's a little far. What?
I totally
Yeah, I totally want to be like you. Just yelling at pregnant ladies on live TV. That's my role model right there. You little bitch.
It did come out.
It's like there's
fast.
no way you said that. Look at this lady.
Oh my God.
So it's like, remember Apostle Paul? He's like, I had a moment where, Jesus hit me on the road to Damascus, and there was a light in my eyes, and there's a date and time before, this identity before and after.
Yeah.
And then as you go on in your new life, you still are aware of that old identity.
Yeah.
And she has one of the clearest, cleanest pictures of that. Like as we're really trying to put together the hero's journey, it is an important thing in the chapter of like, when was your time in prison? When was the 2 to 4 years where you were gone? When was the time? And some people it'll be like an exact date. For Jamie Lee Curtis, it was like the end of 98, 99. It was like a series of a couple of months.
Right, yeah.
You'll see that from people. Where they're like, I'm keeping track before and after this period of time where I became aware of the psycho that I really was. There was the psycho side of me.
Yeah.
And then so she also really pushes on she's like, call me an addict. Keep it out. Keep it in the open.
Yeah,
So just something to really think about on your hero's journey of like knowing if you're a young kid, what's going to come eventually in your life is getting the buildup of the saviors and all the bullshit to where it gets to be so much that you can get that kind of psychotic split where you can see and identify the bad side of yourself. Go, like you were saying, go about your day, still fall into the bullshit, but be able to see and separate it. Therefore, you're not wasting so much time going, what the hell is happening in my clown show of a life?
Love it.
I call myself a junkie. I refer to myself as a junkie simply so I demystify it. I call myself a dope fiend because I'm a dope fiend. This is the addiction issue, but I mean, there are lots of forms of addiction in the universe. I was in a good, stable marriage, writing books for children that were bestsellers. I was getting more and more work and more fame and attention and adulation. I got more as my addiction got worse, not less. My high bottom made that denial much more pervasive. because it was all working. It's not working because if you are asking yourself, can I stop this? Then you're in a prison of your own mind. And I was in that prison even though I was fabulous and all the bullshit part of show-off business. I had been nursing a secret Vicodin addiction for a very long time, over 10 years. Not one person knew except a Brazilian healer woman. She had been staying with us. And this was December of 98. I make dinner and buy all the food, make the dinner, wrap the presents, and doing all my thing at Christmas time. And she was staying with us. And I was in my kitchen, and I had a pocket full of Vicodin. I had a glass of wine on the counter. It was it was Vic o'clock. I mean, it was just sort of like cocktail hour. And I pocketed 5 of them, put them in my mouth, took a swig of wine, and from behind me, I heard this. Jamie, I see you. I see you with your little pills, and you think you're so fabulous and so great. But the truth is you're dead. You're a dead woman. That was a first big, shocking realization that someone saw it, that it wasn't secret, that no one knew. Now it's January 1999, and there was an article in Esquire magazine called Vicodin, My Vicodin, written by a man named Tom Chiarella. And in the article, he describes outing himself by writing the article, that by writing the article, he knew his doctors wouldn't give them to him. He knew that his wife and family were going to be on to him. He was outing himself for a secret that he'd been carrying. And that spoke to me probably louder than anything else. All of a sudden, I went, oh, someone else is just like me. And I called a friend of mine who was in recovery, an old colleague of mine, and I was terrified about being a public figure and walking into recovery centers and being around recovery, and I was terrified of it. And I said to my friend who was a long time in recovery, I said, is there any way somebody famous can meet me and go with me into a recovery room? And a woman called me, and I met her, somebody I'd never met, and she walked in with me, and I've been sober since that day.
That's so great.
She had a buddy.
She did. That was amazing. That was really good.
Well, thanks. Thanks, you little bitch.
I love you.